Hey guys, this is Ashley, personal trainer and weight loss coach. Today I want to talk with you about changing your body fat percentage. So many of us focus on the number on the scale, which is good. That's great to focus on being within a healthy BMI, a certain weight goal that you have, totally okay. But sometimes we want to know a little bit deeper understanding of health, or maybe you're looking for a certain aesthetic, you want to have a really toned body, or you just really want to, for whatever reason, lower your body fat percentage, which is a little bit of a different goal. Of course, in lowering your overall weight, you will lose body fat, you will lose, or you could lose some muscle depending on how you handle things. If you're afraid of doing it improperly, definitely reach out to me, because there are ways you can lose weight that are not healthy, of course, and then you may lose muscle, you may not lose as much body fat as you could have, different things. It's definitely a little bit of an art when it comes to this aspect. So we're going to focus mostly on losing body fat or reducing your body fat percentage. But before we start talking about that, I want to remind you to make sure that you like this video, hit the subscribe button, guys. Subscribe to the channel because I love to reach you guys and help you with your weight loss goals. But definitely that way you won't miss whenever we update. So click the little bell icon too, so you'll be notified whenever a new video comes out. I was posting pretty regularly on Tuesdays and Fridays, but now it's kind of all over. I'm trying to get back into a rhythm here. Bear with me. But if you click the little notification bell, you'll never miss it. So make sure you do that. All right, so we're going to talk about your body fat percentage. So if you're not already aware, if you're looking for a certain aesthetic, a certain look, definitely changing your body fat percentage will help you to achieve that. And knowing where you want to be, if you're looking to be a bodybuilder, you're going to be really, really low on body fat. If you're looking to have more of a fit, athletic look, you might be a little bit higher. If you don't really care about having, the lines on your stomach or tone and definition, you just want to be, not having the muffin top or something, then that's a different percentage, and so on and so forth. And it depends the aesthetic you're looking for or the health factors. Having lower body fat percentage is correlated to better health. It has a higher correlation to longer life span. You'll hear different studies about, carrying extra fat on your waist and how it can shorten your lifespan, how it can contribute to diseases, things like that. So there's been a lot of emphasis lately from the medical side on the waist and the stomach area and how much fat is there. So reducing your body fat percentage will, of course, put you in better health according to the medical side of things as well. So when we say that you have, 20% body fat, 30% body fat, 50% body fat, of course you know that you are like 100% of a person, right? So if you are 30% fat, you may not, it's hard to really visualize and understand what that means. And then you're wondering, okay, but am I 15% muscle, 20% muscle, 30% muscle? Like, where am I at with my muscle percentage? And then you'll get those two numbers. If you have a scale that can tell you those, I do, and I highly recommend it if you're on a weight loss journey, to have a scale that not only tells you your weight, but also your body fat percentage and muscle percentage. You can see what's going on a little better. But those numbers will not make 100%, because you aren't just body fat and muscle. You have tissues and organs and water and a lot of other things going on. So don't think, oh, I'm 30% fat, that means that the other rest of it is muscle or something. It's not, that's not quite how it works. So understanding how the percentage works and understanding how it relates to your weight as a whole. Just because you lost 10 pounds, you may not have lost much in body fat percentage. And that is one thing I caution you with this, is that weight can change day to day. You might go up, 0.2 pounds, down a half a pound, lose 2 pounds or gain 2 pounds. It fluctuates all the time, whereas your body fat percentage is much harder to move. It will move a little day to day or week to week, but it really isn't going to move much. Like a whole percentage to move is significant. It takes effort and time and consistency. So the first thing I would brace yourself to do is, if you start to focus on a goal of building more muscle or reducing your body fat percentage, have patience with it This is going to be a marathon, not a sprint. So stick with it, do the right things. It will show up, but it does take time. So how do we actually do this? Let's get into the fun stuff. So the first thing is nutrition. I know that's not a fun answer, but it's just true. If it comes to reducing body fat percentage, it's almost impossible to do without changing your diet. You can't eat McDonald's every day and have a pizza on every Friday and think that your body fat percentage is going to change, even if you're doing killer CrossFit workouts or running 10 miles, whatever. At a certain point, you can't outwork your diet. And when it comes to something like body fat percentage, it's one of those areas where you can't hide. With your weight, you can kind of trick it. You can, do some fasted cardio, sweat a whole lot, sit in the sauna, lose some water weight, get on the scale, and oh, I'm down 2 pounds. Sure, but we all know that that's not real. You didn't, decrease your body fat. You didn't increase your muscle. It's not a real accurate reflection of what's going on. And sometimes this can create a toxic relationship with the scale and with food, and this whole process can become very toxic if you get caught up on just driving that scale down without maintaining the healthy lifestyle that needs to go around that. And when you are living a healthy lifestyle and eating healthier, you will see your body fat percentage go down. Even if you're not exercising that much, but you change how you eat and give it time, it's going to take time. And I'm talking like months. Don't expect a change in a week, in 2 weeks. Maybe in the first month you might be able to see a change depending on how on it you are, how consistent you are. It takes time, so I want to brace you on that. But you'll see the results if you're doing the right things, which are going to be eating more nutritiously, eating really clean, cutting out the junk foods, the high in salt foods, all the things are bad for you. I don't have to explain to you what's bad for you. Eating a piece of cake every day is probably a bit unreasonable while you're trying to lose weight and reduce your body fat percentage. Also, just a disclaimer, your body fat has nothing to do with fat that you eat. So it's not avocados that have made you fat. It's not, some fatty food that has made you fat or increased your body fat percentage, right? So it's not like, oh, I did keto, that's why my body fat's so high. No, that's not true. Just in case you had that myth, some people do have that kind of understanding. Two totally different things. So just focus on eating a really nutritious diet. I cut out carbs a lot in my diet just because I feel like they can cause a lot of bloat, gastro distress, and they're just harder to burn, things like that. I feel, personally. I don't recommend that for every client. So that may not be the answer, cutting out a food group or something like that. And even for myself, I might be low carb, but I am never no carb. So when I'm talking about eating a healthy diet, I'm just talking about eating clean, well-balanced, nutritious meals, okay? The second thing you need to do is you're going to have to do some kind of strength training or resistance training in order to reduce your body fat percentage. What we want to do is, again, it's a percentage. So if you think about a pie chart, if any part of the chart moves, the others also naturally adjust, correct? So if we can increase muscle, we should theoretically also be decreasing our body fat. And again, it may not show up instantly on the scale or in the numbers, but it will balance itself to be that way. As you increase your muscle, you're increasing your metabolism, you will burn more of your own body fat. And that will reduce the body fat. See how that works? So include some kind of strength training or resistance training into your workouts. You can't, I shouldn't say that you can't, because that's not entirely true. If you only did cardio, 100% cardio, no type of, push-ups, calisthenics, nothing working your body, strength training, resistance training, all you did, let's say, is just run on a treadmill, just run. You can still reduce your body fat percentage that way. You actually can, because like I just said on point number 1, just changing your diet alone, you can change your body fat percentage. So naturally, if all you do was cardio, you can also change your body fat percentage that way. But is it sustainable? Is it something that is really the best way, I guess, to yield the results? I would say no. I would say the best way to go about it is to incorporate some kind of strength training, resistance training into your workouts, and that's going to help you to reduce your body fat percentage. My third point, I've made this consistently throughout, but just prepare that this is going to take time. Okay, this isn't going to happen overnight. It's not a super quick thing. So just be prepared for that, and stay consistent with what you're doing. It really depends on your consistency. It depends on your consistency. If you, let's say, eat really good on your diet 5 days a week, but then on the weekend you're always letting it go, again, it's going to like calibrate constantly. And so you may have been starting to go down a little bit, and then it's going to come up and go down, and it won't get there as quickly as if you were to just stay consistent. You're always taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. So focus on making lifestyle changes that you can maintain so that you can keep it on a trajectory of going down until you get to where you want to be. And different people have different goals for where they want their body fat to be. It's something that, funny enough, is not really discussed in the medical profession that much. They focus more on BMI, how your weight relates to your age and your height and things like that. But really, the body fat percentage is, of course, highly important and very reflective of your actual health. A lot of times if someone has a high body fat percentage, sometimes even someone that's like an ectomorph, where they're kind of lanky and very narrow body, they don't appear fat, can have a pretty high body fat, and a lot of times it has to do with their diet. And so that person needs to really change up their diet, increase some strength building exercises to put on a little muscle, reduce the body fat, and they're going to have just a much better quality of life. They're going to feel more energy, look better, feel better, have more confidence. It really is a great thing to do, to focus on reducing the body fat percentage and watching that number come down. It takes a lot of time, a lot of patience. It's not for the impatient dieter, someone who wants instant results. But in the long run, it's something you can take a lot of pride in, and you will really begin to see, visually see, how watching that body fat percentage go down will change your body. So definitely something to consider. It's not difficult to do. I'm not asking you to take a NASA, like a space shuttle to the moon or something. I'm not asking you to do anything impossible, but it is something that takes effort. Takes effort and consistent effort, and then it will go down. But the biggest thing you can do is watch your diet, and that is really going to be key to helping you to reduce the body fat percentage. In addition to that, add in some strength training, be patient, and you got this. So that's really my 2 cents on that. I'll probably do a video that goes more in depth and deeper into it at another point in time, a little more sciencey for those of you that might care. If you're interested in that, definitely let me know, comment below. If you're not, you're like, nah, I don't want to hear all that technical stuff, thanks for the tips that I can apply today, that's also fine. Let me know. And thank you for watching. As always, if you haven't already, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.